just love when I come up and I see you peeking out, baby. Say hi to everybody on social media. Oh, I need to clean yours. What have you been doing? Isis, what the heck? What have you been doing? Sliding in some water and just throwing yourself across the glass? Let me fix it. I'm gonna have to do that later. But I'm trying to get my shirt to, come together like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but it's trying to stay as far away from each other like money and student loan payments. I can't. Okay, I'm over it. You're gonna see what you see. You see some roses, you see some stripes. I'm winning. I didn't want anything, well, I did want something. I just wanted to pop in real quick and tell you, if you're new here, if you're old here, and haven't really grasped, what it is I do, I can tell you what the Zodiac TalkBar is. And today I wanted to explain it a little different. Normally I come on here, I have my mission statement, what it is, that I tell people when I'm out and about, and it's not a lot of time, and it's just, the gist of what it is I do, and I always say the same thing, this is this, this is this, this is this, and it sounds very much like this, but for real, I just wanted to talk to you today and tell you what the Zodiac TalkBar does. So I talk a lot about a multitude of things, and I'm generally always talking to all zodiac signs, which is everybody, okay? But I also specialize in zodiac therapy, where I give sessions and I sit with you and I talk with you, whether it's FaceTime or in person if you live in the Dallas, Texas area, and I help you understand yourself better, based on what is known of your zodiac sign. And I also let you know that it's way deeper than a lot of people think, and a lot of people think that, oh, it's just astrology and it's horoscopes and it doesn't mean anything, and how can it mean this for everybody? And that's not what it is. Okay, astrology and zodiac signs are not everything, but there's something. They play a part in something. They ask your birthday for everything for a reason. They write characters on TV based on the persona of other people, based on their zodiac sign. I help you understand that in others and yourself, and I let you know that there are multiple signs in your birth chart, like a medical chart, that make you up as who you are. So that's what I do. And the reason I'm doing this is not necessarily to make everybody believe in astrology or everybody to believe in zodiac signs. That's not it. It's to get down to a layer that is inside of you that you have never touched, that you have never broken down or experienced in a way that helps you understand who you are, who you've been, and who you're about to be. It's a couple of zodiac signs that if they haven't been exposed to where their mind has been opened to a certain place, and it's not saying that you're not open-minded in a lot of other areas. What I'm saying is your mind hasn't been open to this, because if the first thing you say is, oh, you can't define me by no zodiac sign, I'm just who I am, you're more than likely an Aquarius or a Sagittarius or a Taurus. And the reason I use those three is because those are the main three signs that I run into that always say that. And it's nothing against who you are. It's not defining you. It's defining a part of who you are. It doesn't make up who you are. You see what I'm saying? It's just a part of who you are. Taurus, Aquarius, Sagittarius, yes, some other signs, but those three, they have very strong outlooks on their opinion, very strong outlooks on what they believe is to be, what life is, what it means, and they do not falter. It's hard to change their minds, is what I'm saying. And it's more so the men, but it definitely some women too. But, an Aquarius is not going to believe anything until they see it. And then they have to see it to believe it, and then believe it if they seen it, but only if they saw it the way they see it for them to believe it. Sagittarius love their opinion. They love to debate, they love to talk, they love to communicate, they love to meet people, they love to learn about different cultures and environments and things, but they formulate their own opinion of what it means for who they are, not more so who is outside of themselves. That's why a lot of the time, a Sagittarius time is their time and your time is a Sagittarius time. It ain't necessarily something they're doing on purpose, but that's just, they're more of, I like to discuss to get different perspectives, but that's not going to change my perspective unless it matches up with my morals and values and something in alignment with what I'm thinking, and then maybe I'll be open to listening to it. But I'm only debating with you because it's entertainment for me, and I just love debating. Sagittarius love to travel, period. If you're not one that loves to travel, something happened in your life, it closed off that part of you. But you're meant to explore things. You're meant to go places no one would ever dare to go. Because only a Sagittarius is going to put their finger on the map and go somewhere and don't know the language, don't know anybody, and be like, fuck it, I'm going to meet the world. But the deeper layer is they can't focus. And it's really hard for them to learn discipline and focus because they have so many different ways they want to go, so many things they want to do, and it's hard for them to complete a project. And that's because, based on what astrology says, they are represented by the centaur, and the centaur is half human, half horse, half animal. And for the majority of a Sagittarius life, until they learn how to focus, they let their legs lead them through life. But when they need to let the top part of their body, the human part of their body, lead them and learn how to aim and focus. That's why I always recommend a Sagittarius go do archery to learn how to aim and shoot and hit your target. Sagittarius are already the archers, right? Archery exists for a reason. It was inspired by something or someone, maybe, and that they're scared of commitment. They are scared of commitment because they do not want anyone that's going to take their freedom away from them. But one thing about a Sagittarius is when they figure out the blueprint, Jay-Z, he's a Sag. When they figure out the blueprint, when they figure out how to do it, they're going to take this information and they're going to pass it down their community because they want everyone to be able to do what they did and win and succeed. They are very good at that. And a Taurus, it's not necessarily that they're not open to hearing what you have to say because they like to communicate more so in person or face to face so they can understand, how you're feeling. They're very sensitive on the inside. It doesn't matter if it shows. They're very loving and caring and gentle on the inside. So they more so want to communicate one-on-one, face-to-face, so they can feel what you're saying instead of just reading it. But that's another discussion. That it's not that they're not open to hearing what you have to say. It's just they have to decide to hear what you're saying before they decide to start listening. But it's regardless if they believe it or not. Inside, that Aquarius knows that they just want to do the opposite of what somebody's telling them to do for some reason, whether they know it or not. Maybe because their ruling planet is the planet of rebellion. Just saying. Their thoughts are scrambled. They get confused easily in conversation. They don't like direct conversation. They don't like to directly confront things unless they've reached a place of in their life where they're tired of being taken advantage of or walked all over because they spent the first part of their life people pleasing, so they could not hurt someone's feelings based on what they said or didn't have to deal with how somebody was going to react to what they did or didn't say. So they usually go around a lot of things for that reason, and it comes off completely wrong. And they talk backwards and they hear you backwards, and then they get lost in their own maze sometimes, and they don't like to think a lot because they get confused in their thoughts and they don't understand them, and it's scary here for them, and they don't want to live in the what if this happens. They're more so, but what if it doesn't? Not really good at preparing for just in case it does. Which is the deeper layer. But the outer layer, which is what most astrology shows, is that they're detached and they're cold and they're this and they're that. And it's not even that they don't have a heart. It's not at all. They're some of the most loving people you will meet when they feel safe enough to really be able to truthfully show you that. Until then, they're going to pretend and do what they feel like they need to do until they figure out what they want to do. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. Not kind of. That is what I do. And I love it. I love it. I love analyzing situations, people, places, things, myself. I love learning. I love teaching. I love teaching while I'm learning and learning while I'm teaching. Does it mean I'm perfect and I know everything? No, absolutely not. But I know what I know. And all I want to do is help change the course of communication in this world, because the way it was set up for us was to keep us apart. It's absolutely possible to stay peaceful, to understand each other, to communicate, to listen and hear what we need to hear instead of what we choose to hear, based on our own thoughts, experiences, circumstances, and traumas, or from what they programmed us to hear when we hear it. I've helped people individually, I've helped children, I've helped people with their children, I've helped pets, I've helped couples and relationships, definitely, because everybody just wants to be understood. And then I take that and I mix it with my intuitive nature, my discerning nature, and my psychology background, and all the other stuff that's in my other video that I listed, and I put it all together for this. So if you're open to hearing a new and different perspective with no obligation to believe it, contact me for a session. You can reach me on all social media platforms, but I'm most active on TikTok and Facebook. I promise I'm going to try to get better at Instagram and yeah. And if you don't feel like going and clicking on all those pages and adding and doing all that stuff, I got you. Go ahead and get your camera out and hover it over this QR code right here. A link should pop up and you just click that link and it takes you to everywhere I'm at and my bio, so you can get even more in-depth information about the Zodiac TalkBar and Zodiac Therapy. And if you want to get your own cute and custom QR code like me, go over to papo.co and use my code Zodiac Therapy for 20% off of any device. You can get different types of devices for people to scan. I chose this cute card, looks like a debit credit card. And if you want more information on what Papo is, stay tuned for this brief explanation. First, let's get into this sexy ass case. No, it doesn't come with the card, and no, you can't have mine, but you can go to Amazon.com and search business card cases. Mine was a gift. Shout out to Makiba. Now back to the card. Super sturdy like a credit or debit card. It's so fly. You can put your logo on it. It comes in different colors, and your QR code is on the back. You whip it out, they scan it, and bam, that's it. I mean, it's genius, right? And it's definitely a vibe, professional, and a money and lifesaver. And they have so many different devices that you can choose from. Just don't forget to use my code Zodiac Therapy for 20% off. Wait, why are you still here? I thought you was about to go order. Oh, okay, you on your way now? Cool. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you in the next video. And if not, thanks for stopping by.